Hello, welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here comes the news today. The free trade agreement between the European Union and Vietnam, EVFTA, will take effect from August the 1st. Aiming to completely eliminate export taxes between Vietnam and the EU, this is an important step to help create momentum for trading activities between the two sides. According to the plan, right after taking effect, EVFTA will eliminate 65% tax on EU exports to Vietnam. The rest will be eliminated gradually over a period of 10 years. For Vietnam's exports to the EU, EVFTA will also eliminate 71% of export taxes from August the 1st, and the rest will be eliminated over a period of 7 years. There are important provisions on intellectual property protection, workers' rights, and sustainable development. EVFTA also includes commitments on implementing the International Labour Organization's core standards as well as UN conventions, such as combating climate change and protecting biodiversity. According to the General Statistics Office, the realized FDI in the first 6 months was estimated at $8.65 billion, down 4.9% compared to the same period last year. Despite a decline in FDI attraction in the first 6 months of this year, this is still a positive signal in the period of disease outbreak and still complicated developments. The COVID-19 pandemic is causing a strong shift of FDI capital globally. This is both an opportunity and a challenge for countries that want to attract FDI. To catch up with this shift, many countries have preferential policies for large enterprises and cooperation in potential countries including Vietnam. Agriculture and Rural Development Minister Nguyễn Xuân Khương affirmed that the agricultural sector still holds the target of total export turnover of agriculture, forestry, and fishery products of over $41 billion in 2020. This target will face challenges from double risk from epidemics and natural disasters. However, solutions need to be removed to achieve results. The agricultural sector must accomplish two objectives, that is, producing food and foodstuff, sufficient food for domestic demand and for export, Minister Nguyễn Xuân Khương requested. The new United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, an upgraded version of the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, officially goes into effect on July the 1st. USMCA is expected to create 176,000 jobs after 6 years and increase U.S. GDP by 0.35%. USMCA has made fundamental changes to automobile and truck manufacturing regulations. The opening of Canadian dairy industry, the scope of copyright issues and dispute resolution rules, replacing NAFTA was one of U.S. President Donald Trump's campaign promises in 2016, arguing that it was one of the worst trade agreements. Trump sees this as a major political victory in his search for a second term, but this has been overshadowed by the COVID-19 pandemic and a U.S. crisis. President Trump continues to pursue bilateral agreements and renegotiate or withdraw from multilateral mechanisms. After France, on July the 1st, Germany took the position of rotating chairman of the European Council for 6 months. Berlin took over the task when the EU was confronted with historic challenges, especially the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to AFP, German Chancellor Angela Merkel and her team have been preparing for months for this term. This is the first time since 2007 Germany served as the rotating chairman of the EU Council and was also one of the last occasions to lead the German government to leave its mark on the international arena before she withdrew from politics by the end of 2021. In the 6 months they took over as chairman, Germany should have focused on tough records such as Brexit, climate and migration, but the COVID-19 pandemic turned upside down. For the time being, Berlin's presidency will actually begin with the EU summit on 17 and 18 of July in Brussels, which is considered to be decisive for the bloc's future. That's all for the news today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.